The Guru Narcissist. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Narcissists are found in lots of different places. Male narcissists, female narcissists, young narcissists, old narcissists, straight narcissists, gay narcissists, sexually fluid narcissists, right-leaning narcissists, left-leaning narcissists, eco-warrior narcissists, woke narcissists, Nazi narcissists. Narcissists can be found in various professions: medicine, the law, architecture, accountancy, politics, the entertainment industry, teaching, the police, law enforcement, the armed forces, and more besides. As you will have seen from my work, there are certain areas which attract narcissists more than others because they cater so well to the provision of the prime aims. Politics and the entertainment industry are two notable examples of that. Another area where narcissists proliferate is that of the concept of the guru, an individual that is a leader, often a charismatic individual who is able to entice people to do what that guru dictates, often to their detriment, often involving some form of sexual abuse, financial abuse, psychological abuse. And amongst those lurk the narcissists. Once again, many people fail to recognize that these individuals who are gurus, who run well-being retreats, or who run some kind of organization which is about spiritual enrichment, personal enlightenment, whatever it might be, are narcissists who prey on vulnerable followers. Often it's portrayed as male gurus that prey upon female ones, but it's not always the case. Here, the Times reports on the concept of these abusive healers. And it asks, is this yoga's #MeToo time? Women speak out about abusive healers. Let's dive in and see the similarities in these behaviour, which demonstrates that I'm actually talking about narcissists, to help you see those similarities, but also how to help you understand that what these individuals are and how it is another manifestation of narcissists at work. It also will give us an opportunity to see if those writing about it truly recognise what these people are. Last year, Tanya Rose Willis, age 32, met the man she thought she was going to have a family with. He was a 30-something British shaman, and such were his healing powers, he was considered royalty within the local spirituality community on a Spanish island. Grandiosity, reverence, fuel, means of control by reputation. This community was united in its shared spiritual beliefs that were rooted in shamanism, i.e., the practice of interacting with the spirit world for healing and guidance. To her delight, he wanted her. He was like, I just want to be around you. I want to connect with you. Connect is spiritual speak for getting it on. Connect is also a form of magical thinking. I was like, oh wow, he's chosen me. I'm so lucky, says Willis, a female embodiment coach from Hertfordshire, who helps women to nurture their sensuality, sexuality, and body confidence. He made me feel like I was special, idealization. He reeled me in with the promise of this amazing life together, promised gain, flattery, future faking. At parties, he introduced me as a queen, flattery, triangulation, the ultimate compliment to a woman in these communities. That was not the reality behind closed doors. He'd asked me to run errands for him, residual benefit, and if I couldn't, threat to control, he'd get angry, ignition of fury. You're vile, you're disgusting, you won't support the king. Grandiosity, insult, assertion of control, belittlement. As well as being unfaithful, lack of emotional empathy, sense of entitlement, lack of accountability for behaviours, and verbally and emotionally abusive, he kept making me feel like there was something wrong with me that needed healing. She says, like I should go on this fasting program, I should do Cambo, a psychedelic medicine. As you know, it's very common for the narcissist to make out that you are the problem, blame shifting, that there is something wrong with you, and that's what's causing problems in the relationship, and that the narcissist healer or guru or shaman is the one that can help you. More than enough red flags? Asks the article. Sadly, no. By that time I'd fallen in love with him, says Willis. I thought it was my fault. I'd gone into victim mode and just wanted to be saved. And because I'd had so many visions of us having a family together, I tolerated it. Presence of emotional thinking. In retrospect, she says, I feel I was preyed on from the very beginning. Note, there's the benefit of hindsight that she didn't see it at the time. And of course, the next phrase, which we've heard so many times, I can't believe I fell for it. But it was an overpowering journey. This is the curse of being a guru's chosen one, a worrying phenomenon in Western spirituality where #MeToo lives on, largely unchallenged. Here, it's still about predatory alpha males, see my video about the alpha male, in a candy store full of single beta women, and the inevitable abuse of that imbalance of power. The men are shamans, yoga masters, plant medicine gurus, etc., all with a level of success sufficient to go to their heads. Grandiosity, wielding of power. There's a glamour to these gurus. They're seen as gatekeepers to that holy grail of enlightenment, which of course they've already apparently achieved. Triangulation, magical thinking. The women are typically vulnerable, desperate for healing, and often his client, therefore all the more putty in his hands. These individuals, of course, are proving themselves to be ideal prey. They come broken. They come with what I call the special traits. And when your teacher singles you out as exceptional, as the chosen one, it can make you blind to abuse. You may be wondering why the need for all this healing. You may also be thinking, frankly, it all sounds nuts. If so, be warned for more of that. It might be helpful to think of modern spirituality as a parallel universe with its own belief systems and vernacular. Think of it as the 70s New Age on repeat, but now with millennials. Remember, the most anxious generation in history? And their key concern is healing past traumas, which of course, if you've got this stratum of individuals who are all about wanting to be healed because they've suffered some past trauma, that's manna from heaven to this type of narcissist who says, I will save you. Think, if you can bear to, of Prince Harry and Gwyneth Paltrow and their quest for healing, personal growth and spiritual awakening. Although, of course, with those two examples, we have one individual who's been snared by a narcissist and the other who is one. People see spirituality as a panacea that will solve all their problems, explains the shamanic healer Eddie Elsey, whom Tatler pronounced London's best spiritual practitioner for transformation in 2020. So already we have examples there of one individual who was clearly caught out by a guru who was a narcissist. We see all of the narcissistic indicators that are there. We see the idealization that she was drawn in and then the devaluing behaviors that occurred, and that it was only in retrospect that she realized what had happened to her. Join me in part 2 as we examine more about the guru narcissist.